Welcome to Crumbs Prospecting. I'm your host Stuart, and today we're continuing on with the second day session with Shaun from Killer Prospecting. In the previous session, Shaun and I went head to head with my basic river sluice and his homemade Trommel system. I'll post a link to part 1 in the video and in the description for you guys. After a great day in Daylesford, Victoria, we decided it would be fun to continue our prospecting team up with a quick trip to Reedy Creek in Victoria's famous high country. Coffee, pack up done. Day 2 started. Let's go. We started the day with a few test pans as we hunted for a good spot for Shaun to set up the trommel. It tends to shine when there's lots of gravels to process. With my first pan only yielding 2 microspecks in this spot, it was clear I needed to keep looking. Nothing. Got my snuffer. All right, back to it. Shortly after realizing the area had been heavily worked and struggling to find a good spot for the trommel, we agreed to head off the beaten track and find a quiet, secluded section.
It's crazy, like we're lifting wheels just there. See that?
Oh yeah.
Roly poly. Rock and roll.
When we arrived, I pointed out this prickly pear cactus to Shaun. Our bees love the nectar on prickly pear, but it's actually not native to Australia. It was introduced in the 1800s and spread so badly it became one of our worst invasive plants. So we're extremely off the beaten track here on Reedy Creek. We've gone right up 4-wheel drive territory.
About 3 days trek in, so don't bother trying to find our spot.
Yeah, that's it. And it is a bit of a hike, but I just noticed this as we were walking along. This is all along here. We've got like granitic history. This is 500 million year old history of the formation of Australia, just right next to you for you to touch and look at. And after I was done geeking out on the geology of the area and the direct evidence of faulting, dikes and subduction of the Australian continent, it was time to keep test panning.
No gold. No gold.
Oh yeah, not. We'll see.
See if I chose the better spot still.
Alright, so we found a nice section here. I've got a small handful of specks from a top scoop, and it just goes way deeper down in here. So I think once I get down, I'll start to truly get a picture of what we're looking at, and then we can decide if I start filling buckets for the sluice, or maybe we get Shaun over with the trommel and work this section second. That'll do. See what we got. Oh, a bit of black sand. As long as we're getting more gold. It's very fine, but there's more. Maybe. It's floating away on me. And it's not going to come up on camera. It's alright. There's a couple of the specks. Maybe they'll come up. have to do better than that. All right, so we're still hitting the same spot, and just the deeper we get, the slightly richer we get. It's not great, but again, I'm struggling to scrape the surface even. Like, I think there's just a lot of, I'll just clear all this like pixie pan level stuff. So you can see them there. One there, one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big, slightly bigger piece there. 6, 7, 8. Now, like normally on Reedy, you wouldn't do this, but just because there's so much material here, it's like a whole bank of sand in the middle there, and that's the top stuff. As we get deeper, we should start seeing hopefully 100 speck pans. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little specks I can see. We'll snuff that up and kick on, I think. Pretty cool. Let's go and see how Shaun's doing, eh? Let's head up the creek. Let's caught up to Shaun here.
And we'll be back in a minute.
Looks like he's been going hard.
Oh, you didn't just put it up.
Oh, nice. I found another spot.
Yeah.
It'll be good for the Trommel.
With not much time left in the day, we decided to work side by side in the spot Shaun had found. It was easy enough for him to set up his trommel and work for 2 to 3 hours before he had to head back to New South Wales. Unfortunately, the water levels weren't great at Reedy Creek this time of year, so I couldn't find a good spot to set up my sluice and decided to just do a few hours of panning instead. As we chatted away, the slow start, rising temperatures, and lack of food was wearing me down, so I took things pretty easy, just enjoying the good company and a fun day of straight panning.
Well, I've sweat my butt off. I've dug this out as much as I could, competing with the Trommel over here. This man, it's a bit hard. He puts you to the test, but last pan of the day, I think we've done all right. What do you guys reckon? Let me know in the comments. Last pan of the day. Nice, nice big picker there. We'll call it a picker, yeah?
Oh yeah, that's a Reedy Creek.
Yeah, it's for Reedy Creek.
Like Reedy Creek.
For Reedy Creek, it's practically a nugget. Pray I get the camera on it properly. Sluice packed, ready to rock. Trommel. Yeah, not bad for Trommel, but look at that panning effort.
Not bad.
What do you reckon, mate?
I reckon.
Did we get the
If
goal?
I give you a Red Bull, you'll outdo the Trommel.
Maybe. Yeah, I was pretty low on energy today.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and please help support my channel by hitting that like button, giving me a shout out in the comments with any questions or suggestions for future videos, and don't forget to follow Crumbs Prospecting for exclusive content from prospecting to geology and everything in between. Thanks for watching.